What up, Hyperchange? Welcome to another episode. Today we are in New York City in Manhattan, West Village, right outside of the brand new Lucid flagship store. Opened up just a month ago. This has been one of the hottest IPOs in the market. They are set to launch the Lucid Air, this luxury bougie electric sedan, before the end of the year. And we want to see if the hype is real. Are they going to be a competitor to Tesla? Are they going to be able to make a real dent and have real world traction with their product? We're going to go undercover today. I'm going to pretend like I'm an EV buyer. Going to tell them I have a Tesla. Going to try to get them to sell me on this car. Get the inside scoop from the sales associates themselves. So let's see if we can pull it off. Let's roll.
Otherwise, the car starts ventilating a lot.
Oh, okay.
Since we're inside. So we also do have the massage options that you saw.
I mean, the massage pretty dope.
That is pretty dope.
So we also do have, you could open the glove box from here. So it's you do have some options for lighting, so the ambient lighting in the car.
Ooh, okay. Big time vibe, guys. So
yeah, so you have a couple of different options. If you switch it to
solitude.
Yeah, that's solitude. So that's more of like a grayish tone, and where you would see the ambient lighting would be by the strip at the top of the car. See that little arrow in the bottom middle? If you drag that up, it will retract the screen into the inside of the car. And then you have,
whoa!
And that actually, yeah, that goes. Slides down if you want it to keep it closed or open. And the material here is actually carbon oak, so it's actually a real wood trim, which feels
carbon
really
oak.
nice and doesn't feel plasticky at all. It's laminated.
That's not working out enough.
Yeah, but it's amazing because once you're driving through the city, you can see all the skyscrapers, you can see the buildings, the nature if you're driving and taking a road trip. Yeah, if you bring them down and then you put them to the side, you can bring them to the side, and then you have a more unobstructed view.
Whoa.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, of the panorama.
Can I try this?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to show this swag.
Oh wow, nice bags.
I know.
All right. Yeah, that's what I would think. I would love to drive it.
We're going to get a test drive park here.
Just got out of the Lucid store, ready to give our review. So, I mean, top-notch customer service. Huge shout out to the NYC Lucid store team. Took us all around the store, showing us everything about what's good with the vehicle. The vehicle that was in there is the GT version Gran Turismo, not the top of the line car, but the second top of the line car. I guess first thing we could start out about, everyone's wondering when are they going to start delivering this product. Right now it's just a prototype in the store. You can't get a test drive. They're saying the first deliveries of this are going to start by the end of the year. The official latest investor presentation from Lucid says less than 1,000 units delivered, and they're going to start with the super top of the line one, the Dream Edition, then go down to the GT, and then work their way down. The GT, the second model of the line one, which we were looking at in there, is about $140,000 and supposed to start deliveries in early 2022. As far as the stats and the specs go, for about $140,000, it's going to get you 517 miles of range, is what the sales associate told us. I mean, that is a game changer. That is way better than the best Tesla on the market, but the Tesla exists and you can buy it at about 400 miles of range. Do you need more than 400 miles of range for an EV? I mean, my Model Y is 320 and I think it's fine, especially with the supercharger network. Lucid doesn't have a supercharger network. Maybe you want that range, but if they can pull off 517 miles of range, that is an incredible incredible achievement, and that is a huge testament to the technology that's under the hood of that vehicle. The 0 to 60 time is about 3 seconds, so that's a little bit slower than the Model S Plaid, but still a very impressive 0 to 60 time, especially when you consider this is a sedan, luxury sedan product, but that just goes to show you what the electric drivetrain can do. In terms of the battery pack, they're still using this modular-esque design, which is something Tesla's moving away from. I think that's a little bit of a crutch. And if you also, when I was looking at the chassis and the prototype vehicle in there, what I thought was interesting was there was a lot of little parts. Everything was sort of connected together, lots of little parts. It looked like a stitched together prototype, not something that was ready for mass manufacturing, but that's the stage they're at. This is Tesla in 2012 pre-Model S launch. This is their Model S, the Lucid Air. And so you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, they're still going to have a lot of growing pains and trying to get through it. I went into this as a skeptic, and I'd say I left a little bit of a skeptic as well. I mean, the quality, they say this is a post-luxury product that is even more luxury and sort of bougie than the Tesla, even sort of the next generation of BMW and Mercedes, which I think the Tesla is, and it's sort of ironic that they try and frame it that they're not competing with Tesla when they're launching a luxury electric sedan, just like the Model S. But I don't know, and they have a lot of gimmicky features like the massage, the touchscreen that does this, but is it practical to use? Could I figure out how to get the seat where I wanted it? No. Does it feel premium? No, it feels a little bit plasticky. The parts aren't exactly as perfect and premium and well built as I'd like them to be, and frankly, my $70,000, actually, my Model Y is $70,000 with FSD and my super expensive wrap. It's really like a $45,000, $50,000 car, has a much better look, feel of the interior. And so I actually thought the Tesla had a higher quality interior than the car, especially when you talk about the UI of the touchscreen. Yes, they have this screen like this and the little touchscreen that does the fancy fold in and out, but it's actually smaller and not as well placed as my Tesla screen, which is my favorite thing in my Tesla because it shows me where I'm going, and it's just so simple and clean and minimalist. I felt like this was a little bit over-engineered, and I think that's the biggest principle of Lucid. Who are you building this for? Who actually wants this car? You know, I think the biggest trend in post-luxury automotive that's going forward is you don't whip, you get chauffeured. Your car drives itself. I have FSD beta. I have Autopilot. This is a game-changing feature for me. That's not one thing they sold me on at all on the vehicle. I had to ask about it. They said that their top 2 models will come with level 3 hardware standard, but will never be fully upgradable to truly autonomous, to being an autonomous car with just a software update. So it sounds like autonomous driving is not a focus for Lucid. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, who is buying this car. Despite spending millions of dollars on advertising, having this huge IPO, they've only been able to generate 10,000 fully refundable deposits or orders for this vehicle, which I think is an extremely weak number. I mean, this is a company that's touting millions and millions of units of vehicle sales in its future to justify the valuation that it has right now. So I think wrapping this up, I mean, my biggest take on this is a lot of sizzle, no steak. Lucid's biggest product to sell you is not their car, it is their stock price. And I don't blame them because they need to spend billions of dollars to get the manufacturing facilities off the ground and to be able to figure out how to build this appropriately. But, you know, who are they building this for? There's not much demand for the product. It's more expensive than the Model S Plaid. The only thing it's beating it in is range, which arguably you might not need, and we'll see if they deliver it. It's a lot of hype. They haven't actually even delivered a car or even let anybody test drive a vehicle. So, and despite having lots of delays, they've been able to pull off this IPO, and they're worth tens of billions of dollars. There's no way I would invest at that price. I'm a buyer of the Lucid IPO at what, $250, $500 million valuation, because I think that's where the risk reward is. This Lucid Air is a cool car, and if they can deliver on it, it'll be awesome, but it'll be a niche. This isn't going to change the industry. This isn't going to be a huge top seller selling hundreds of thousands of units. It's just going to be a niche vehicle for super bougie people who don't really want a Tesla for some reason. But we'll see if they can deliver. Huge fan of the Lucid mission and just more companies building electric vehicles, trying to get the world to switch to EVs. That's an amazing thing. So I'm rooting for this company to succeed, but I won't be an investor for now. Stay tuned for more Lucid updates. This is Hyperchange. See y'all next time.